Breakthrough, a second quote Christian movie unquote that came out in 2019. This one stars actual actors, unlike the abortion film. It stars the lady that plays Kate in This Is Us, Foreman from that '70s show, the guy that plays Luke Cage, and the Allstate man. And I recognize the guy that played the kid's father from somewhere, but can't think of it in the moment. Josh Lucas, that's his name at least. It's Topher Grace is Foreman. Mike Calder is Luke Cage. And Chrissy Maltz is Kate. Some of Kate's lines and how she was handling things were a little cringy at times. If they hadn't gone full religion at the end, like after he woke up, or when when they were starting to make him wake up, it could have been played off as, okay, she's just one of those extremely religious people, and you just let her be by herself. But then it got a little too religious, which made me back off a little bit from it. Guess I'd give it like maybe a C, because the first half, as I said, I was kind of enjoying it. Because, it was decently acted, and when after the kid fell through the ice and everything, and the adults started actually getting into it, except for Kate, obviously. It's based on a true story, because the kid really did fall through the ice and come out and all that stuff, and the mother prayed, and that's why it came out, and he should have been dead by all scientific methods, but he's not real, but he survived. At one point, the girl that plays the boy's love interest, who, not really love interest, but it looks like he has the hots for her, and all the friends do a ooh thing when they hug at the end. When she looks at her dad, because her dad's the kid's doctor, or the first doctor he gets, about how, you mean it's a miracle? That is nightmare fuel. The girl's acting, when she goes, you mean it's a miracle, and smiles, nightmare fuel. It's creepy. It's like that girl from the meme about, oh, you're not gonna leave me. Like the girlfriend that won't leave you alone meme. The creepy eyes, that's this girl. The funny thing was, when I was watching this, I was kind of thinking of splitting this and Foreman's Black Klansman scenes together into it. That'd be funny. You know, he goes from being all pastor, righteous, lovey-dovey to extreme evil. That'd be funny to see. At least to me. I would have probably liked it a little better if it followed Luke's storyline. The fireman who doesn't actually believe in God, but he still heard somebody tell him to go back and recheck the spot that he had already checked, and the kid was there, even though no one said that they said it. I might have liked the story a little better following him instead, or if he was a little more into it. Like, he's barely in the movie. It's mostly focusing on the Kate. They could have showed a little more of him struggling to deal with his own faith type thing. Because if you're going to have that part of the story, at least try to write it a little better or include it a little more. Because I'm not a religious person per se. It's like, I don't have to prescribe to a particular set of religion. I think has to be something. And hey, I'll probably never know. And if there is nothing, what's it gonna hurt to have me think that something is there? Doesn't hurt anybody. I don't force my beliefs on anybody else, and I don't expect them to force their beliefs on me. I watch these type of religious movies basically just because I will watch anything at least once. Because you will never know what a bad movie actually is until you watch some really bad movies. It's like people always bitching about like Green Lantern or Spider-Man 3. If you want a bad movie, watch Problem Child 2. Watch Chips, the adaptation of the TV show. Well, I probably hated that one just because I liked I liked the TV show and it was like a bastardization of it. But there are dog piles like out there. You do not know what a bad movie is until you actually seen one that is horrible. A movie could be like a half hour long, and it is just so bad that you'll feel like it's dragged on forever. It's like some people say my reviews do. At least over on the Professor and the Madman review. I find it funny. I pissed off so many quote unquote intellectual people of that review. I'm hoping it gets like 100 downloads by the end of the year. It's already on 12. And I even got my first jealous comment on that review of the person complaining, saying how, well, this is why you only have 50 subscribers. And they have 0. Yeah. I never thought I'd get a jealous comment, but they proved me right. They proved me wrong, that guy. Gio or something like that. However you pronounce his name. And I've gotten other ones from people on there. It's like, I can go into the funny things. I actually click on things. It's like the one guy, he has more subscribers, but he hasn't uploaded anything in a year. And the one thing that he did upload has 2 downvotes, no upvotes, and only 18 views. I think he had like 30 something subscribers or something like that. So I was finding it funny that the people are get so angry that you some movie that's barely in any theaters that nobody's really heard of, that no one will really watch. Somebody says their honest opinion about it and they get pissed over it. And then they decide to start calling the pot black when they're the kettle. Anyways, are you actually going to watch this movie? Or are you going to skip it? Did you know it was in theaters? Funny enough, this was the only movie, like, in my area, there are never, like, movie posters on like, billboards. And this movie got a billboard. Like I was in Chicago for Star Wars Celebration. I saw movie posters on billboards like you see in big cities. I've never seen one of those in my area until this movie. This movie, it's still up. Like, this movie's not even in theaters anymore in my area, and this poster is still up there. It looks like this, but whoops, wow. I really zoomed in on that. It looks like this, but it's sideways. It's like they see the kid drowning, then you see the people's pictures, then you see the name. Sorry for the zoom in and whatnot, because I'm holding the phone sideways and not looking at the screen just so I could talk. A positive note that I will say about this film is that I liked how they showed him coming out of his coma, with him still being underwater and then swimming up to the top. They get free of the coma. I thought that was a nice way. I thought that was a nice thing that they did. Nice directorial choice. The cynic in me actually made fun of the movie at some points when I was watching it. It's like one scene that stood out the most was when the night before he's supposed to wake up and they're going to take him off life support and everything to see if he wakes up or not. All the people from town, like all the people from his church and that, get together and start singing very loudly so that he can hear it, so that he can hear that they're there for him. And I was just thinking, okay, wouldn't somebody be calling for like a noise violation or something? Because even if it's a small town, you think it'd be people who aren't religious. And it's late, and it's supposed to be late at night. You know, it'd be somebody. As I said, it's nothing like really wrong with the movie. It's definitely better made for the religious films. Like usually the religious films are like the unplanned one where it's like actors that don't really do anything. They're like this their first time jobs or they're commercial actors. It's just this wasn't really my cup of tea. Uh, as I said, for the actual scenes where he falls for the ice to find them, and then they start doing the medical stuff, they got me a little connected to it and made me like it a little bit. But then the whole massive overkill, the religious stuff, took me out of it. Tell me your thought about the movie down below. Have a good one, and sorry for the little rant in the middle.